49ers just signed linebacker Eric Kendricks to a one-year deal. This move is interesting for a few reasons, but first, here's what you need to know about Kendricks. He's 32. Last season, he played for the Chargers. More on them in a minute. And before that, he played his entire career with the Vikings. He will fill in for Dre Greenlaw while he's out with his torn Achilles. And then when Greenlaw comes back, Kendricks, Greenlaw, and Fred Warner will form a trio of linebackers that will be much better than the trio they had last year with Oren Burks. No offense to Oren Burks. He is a special teams player. Eric Kendricks is a linebacker. So this upgrades the Niners linebacking core. What's interesting about this signing? Well, this is another player the Niners have signed this offseason who played under Brandon Staley, the assistant head coach, not the defensive coordinator. That's Nick Sorensen. It's his defense. But when it comes to actually putting the defense together, bringing in players, Eric Kendricks played for Brandon Staley last year on the Chargers, and Leonard Floyd played for Brandon Staley a few years ago on the Rams. So who's the architect of this defense? So far, it seems like it's Staley. And then what else is interesting about this signing is it's another defensive player. So far, the Niners have only added defensive players. 2 defensive ends, Leonard Floyd, Yetur Gross-Matos, a defensive tackle, Jordan Elliott, and now a linebacker, Eric Kendricks. That's great. The defense did have some holes, but the offense also has issues too. It's interesting how Kyle Shanahan seems to be really implicitly pointing the finger at the defense. This is what needs fixing. This is what cost us the Super Bowl, when the offense was worse than the defense in the Super Bowl, objectively. And it's kind of like Kyle Shanahan is saying the defense needs to be great and the offense is a complementary part of the team, which is strange considering he's an offensive coach and they have a MVP candidate at quarterback. You'd think they would go all in with their offense now. But it's been about signing 32-year-old defensive players who used to play with Brandon Staley. I mean, maybe that's a smart way to go about winning the Super Bowl. Maybe Brandon Staley and his group of minions is what the Niners was missing. Anyway, Eric Kendricks makes the 49ers better. Let's see if they ever address their offense.